Are you super excited for fall but don't know what to do? Don't worry, because I made a bucket list of 20 things to do during fall. I know that it's still August and fall hasn't started yet, but I wanted to make this video early just so that you can plan ahead for dates to hang out with friends or days that you want to have self-care and do some of these things on your own. So the first thing is to visit a pumpkin patch. I haven't done this in a while, but I do remember when I did, it was super fun. They tend to have some little rides that aren't like necessarily like a county fair, but it's still really fun. You can pick out pumpkins, mini ones if you want to decorate your home, or ones that you want to carve into, or roast pumpkin seeds. Plus, you can just have fun with your friends while you're there. So number 2 is to do a pumpkin carving contest. Maybe your community does one. Mine doesn't, so you can just do one with some friends. You could go to Target or Walmart to pick up those stencils, or you could find tutorials online for a really cool design. Just make sure you do this one closer to Halloween so that by the time you put them out on your front door, they won't get rotten. Number 3 is to roast pumpkin seeds. I've never done this before, but I saw a video where someone showed how to do it, and I think it's a really cool idea because you're taking what's normally part of waste for a pumpkin and turning it into a food that you really like, and you can customize it with seasonings. And again, while I've never roasted pumpkin seeds personally, I have had roasted pumpkin seeds and they're pretty good. So number 4 is to visit a haunted house. I feel like a lot of areas have a local one that you can visit that are super fun. I haven't gone to the one near me, but I did go to one near where my cousins live, and even though it was my first time, I was super excited and I had a lot of fun. Even if you're scared of a lot of things, as long as it's not traumatic for you, I think you'll have fun. But also never push yourself into doing something that you know you're gonna hate and regret later. So number 5 is to pick Halloween costumes with friends. I know that Spirit Halloween is definitely like a very nostalgic store for Halloween time, but I think it would be a really cool game if you and your friends all found really embarrassing or funny Halloween costumes, put them in like a hat, and then you all picked a random one that you had to dress up for Halloween. Even though we're in high school and we're too old to trick-or-treat, even if you're going to a Halloween party, a lot of them encourage you to dress up, so Halloween costumes are still pretty fun to do. Number 6 is to pick up a fall drink from a coffee shop. I know the classic one is the PSL from Starbucks, but I know Dunkin', along with other local coffee shops around you, probably have fall drinks. So you could either go to Starbucks and get one that you like there, or you could support a small business coffee shop near you. Honestly, I don't care if the pumpkin spice lattes or other fall drinks are basic, because they're still good in my opinion. Number 7 is that you could go thrifting for fall sweaters or just fall clothing in general. I've gone thrifting before and I typically don't find a lot, but I feel like this would be a good idea to go get sweaters if you don't want to pay full price for a quality sweater. Number 8 is that you could actually try making a fall coffee drink at home. I've seen a recipe for the pumpkin cream cold foam along with the pumpkin spice syrup at home. So maybe you don't want to go to Starbucks a lot, but you still want to have your pumpkin spice lattes. You could just try making the syrup and the cold foam at home. Number 9 is to bake fall desserts. I've already seen a lot of recipes for like apple cider donuts, apple cider pancakes, just a lot of apple themed things. I think it's a really fun way to treat yourself and go along with the fall theme. Maybe you could even host a dessert potluck with friends where you each bring a fall-themed dessert. Number 10 is to pick apples from an orchard. I've never done this personally, but it seems like a really cool idea. You could also find just a local farm that allows you to harvest your own vegetables and fruits. Number 11 is have a fall-themed picnic at the park. This is basically like the dessert potluck I already mentioned, but you could just bring it to the park. You can get a picnic basket, a picnic blanket, and even bring your fall drinks with you. I haven't done a picnic in so long, but whenever I did do them, they were super fun, and I think it's a good way to get out of the house and still hang out with your friends in nature. Number 12 is to host a Halloween movie marathon. They don't have to be horror films. I know a lot of people don't like those, even though I like them. There's still tons of Disney classics available on Disney Plus or other streaming platforms where you can just watch 2 or 3 movies in one night with your friends. Number 13 is to crochet a chunky blanket. I've seen a tutorial of how you can hand crochet a big blanket, and I've never done that before, but it seems really fun, and it's something I might do for a future video. A lot of people like chunky blankets like I do, but because of how expensive they are for literally just a blanket, I don't really have any. So this would be a good idea to try something new and to have something homemade in your home or your room. Number 14 is to do a fall photo shoot with your friends. If you're someone who likes to take a lot of photos and your friends are people who like to post a lot of photos, this is a cool way for you to find cool outfits you already have and pose in nature or at a pumpkin patch or something interesting like that. Even though a lot of leaves around me don't turn green, I've found an editing trick in Pixelmator Pro that allows you to turn green leaves into orange. Number 15 is to make a gift basket for your friends or neighbors, or maybe even a teacher if you already want to appreciate them. If you're a generous person and just like gifting things to your friends that you know they'll enjoy, this is a really good idea. You could even include your own fall-themed pastries or your homemade PSL syrups. Number 16 is to make a fall-themed playlist. I've seen that Pinterest has a lot of fall-themed playlist covers, specifically for Spotify and Apple Music. And just think of all the songs that make you think of fall. Maybe it's songs by Haim, Taylor Swift, Girl in Red. Even if it's just a super personal song that maybe doesn't fit the fall theme that much, as long as it makes you think of fall, you could add it to your playlist. Number 17 is to make homemade apple cider. I know that there are packets at the store that you can just use, and sure, if you don't have a lot of time, you can do that whenever you want apple cider, but if you're someone like me who really likes to cook and try new recipes or things to do in the kitchen, I think this is a really cool idea to make homemade apple cider and then see how spicy or sweet you want it to be. Number 18 is to try a new appetizer for Thanksgiving. I know that by the time fall actually starts, we kind of forget about Thanksgiving and only focus on Halloween. However, Thanksgiving is a really integral part of fall, so if you're someone who, again, likes to cook, you can just try new appetizers to do for Thanksgiving. Make sure that it's stuff your friends and family will enjoy, but also just try to make something new. Number 19 is to bake some pies. I feel like this kind of doesn't fit with the general fall, like cider donuts or pancakes, because a pie is pretty complicated to make but also tastes so good. I've only made one pie from scratch before, and it was actually using Snoop Dogg's apple pie recipe, and it was super good. Lastly, number 20 is to coordinate fall outfits. I feel like a lot of people, especially me, already have a ton of clothes in their closet but just don't really know how to style them. So you really just need to put in the effort of taking a day or two over the weekend, figuring out what you have and what you don't have, and then trying to make as many outfits as you can with what you do have. I've kept a lot of fall things from last year, like sweaters and flannels. I feel like sweaters and flannels really don't go out of style unless they're like a really specific color. But this is a good idea to scope out your closet and make sure you aren't buying something that you either aren't going to wear that often or that you already had something really similar to. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and let me know if you have any other ideas for stuff to do during fall in the comments. Also, please hit the subscribe button if you liked this video, and check out my other recent videos where I talked about the Eras tour or when I ranked all of my Taylor Swift merch. See you guys in the next video. Bye!